could find, even though, you know, not a lot was really left up to chance, but DRX, you can always trust them to throw some spanners in. So wanting to make sure that everything was pretty much set in stone before deciding on their composition. He's going to be able to get there as Pyosik going to utilize this extra time that he has available to himself to take down this Cloud Drake. Should be able to do so pretty much uncontested. You can see Clid's on the top side.
They have mid-prio, they have that bot control, they have a control ward here, and he's going to be able to get the scuttle after this. The ping coming down so that Becca is indicating he's going to come over and help finish off the last parts of this, and then we'll help remove the shields there. How about this?
We're going to try and steal away this blue buff. You can see SOLKA's going to move on in. BDD is spotted. So theoretically a 2v2, but Rascal, he's got the paranoia, but doesn't have the inside track, as Kingen with a fantastic Gnar bar. Gonna try and deny this. Clid coming on in, he's booking it forward. Wind becomes lightning. That is going to be the secure for Clid, but can he keep himself alive? The flash out is there, but Pyosik's gonna be taken down for first blood, and now there's 3 members of Gen.G in the area. BDD over the wall just beautifully, as the wallop ain't gonna be enough for Kingen to answer that one back, and that is 2 kills for Gen.G.
Just getting out finessed here, and hey, the BDD.
Yeah, now they're on it, and it looks like they're actually gonna save the Herald here.
Yeah, they don't feel like they need to worry about it, as Pyosik is taking his puppies right now, probably looking for his Raptor camp next, and just not wanting to challenge.
And this is that timing, right? Like,
it's a bit of a wraparound.
It's like Becca couldn't even believe it. Like, he walked over.
All right, it goes the paranoia immediately. Not messing around, flashing straight away, but it ain't going to be enough. Pop goes the Gnar, and Pyosik says, nah, I ain't going to be able to get in there, my friend.
It looks like what will be all plates here on the bottom side. No, BDD going to prevent the last one, or at least attempt to.
Now he'll try. See whether it's actually going to be enough. As you can see, first turret will go over to Gen.G.
It's close here. Is he going to get it? I don't think so.
Next minion wave is a little bit too far away, so thankfully for BDD he's able to clear out their last remaining minions. So the turret will survive for a little bit longer. We've got just under a minute before these turret plates fall down, and Bao's probably looking forward to grabbing a bit of extra money for himself.
Yeah, he certainly is. I mean, this is the consolation that DRX get after that exchange. Bao.
Yeah, and you can see Pyosik over the wall. Rascal has been discovered. BDD's just going to get out of there as the teleport is going to come in. Rascal flashes, but I don't think he's... Oh my goodness! Very, very close. But Pyosik, no cigar this time around. Ruler's going to have to flash Shockwave onto 2. That one was better, SOLKA! And both of them get mopped up. The bottom lane just dies in seconds.
And I guarantee
DRX are on
they take it. They have actually prime position to take it. It looks like Gen.G are just going to give it up.
Yep, looks like Drift Herald is going to be the priority. 14 seconds on that Drake like you were talking about.
They want this fight again in the mid-game. They're like, no. You guys could try to take the Herald, try to trade objectives. We're rotating over. They're a little bit slow to stop it.
And they might be able to actually get a full wave to crash towards this turret and actually do a fair bit of damage to it as well with the extra damage that Bao does have. So able to chunk the turret as Pyosik goes in. A little bit of a disconnect there though as the Shockwave finds absolutely nothing. The same thing is going to be said for Pyosik, who is going to be taken down. BDD on the board now, life goes golden, but now could be out of position. Hail of arrows and SOLKA are going to be enough here as there's the Gnar into the wall. Kingen wasting no time as the ult comes down. Bao flashes immediately. The tongue's not quite long enough there from Becca. He needed to get that evolution to Licky, I think, at that point. As Gen.G, they get the teleport in. They're now underneath the turret. They've got Shirley here to back them up. And if they don't have their big grizzly bear, they at least have the shellfish.
I mean, you said it, though, right at the beginning of the fight. You called it out. Huge disconnect between the ZHao, Pyosik in this case, and the rest of the squad, right? He goes in, everyone else is walking away, and then you see the Shockwave come through. SOLKA's like, well, okay, I guess you're going in.
Jinx is just more reliable as far as a late game carry. You shouldn't be able to have as much power at this stage of the game with a Jinx. The Varus certainly much better at that as far as mid game. Like his 2 items are certainly a lot more powerful. Doesn't quite have them. I wouldn't want him to stop being himself. So I'm not going to say anything against it. Now Pyosik looking for an opportunity here potentially on the top side of the map as Bao down the felt. There's Devour available, but maybe waited a little bit too long as the Grey Health is going to be there immediately. As he comes out of the belly, it is going to be a dead Varus, and Shockwave lands onto 2, but doesn't really do too much. Pyosik now just trying to be the hero. BDD going to be taken down. SOLKA is over the wall, but Pyosik is real dead this stage of the game as Kingen throws a rock, but he doesn't really have much more in the tank. And Gen.G are looking to just start off this Baron in the faces of DRX.
I mean, it's a really early Baron, but when you get those kills like that, I mean, you've only lost your Akali damage onto a Baron. You're very happy to take this down in 20 minutes, 20 and a half. It was a really nice fight for Gen.G, and once again, it's a real small mistake that leads to such a massive victory for Gen.G. Bao as Varus.
Yep, yeah, that's true.
He's crossed the line here.
Maybe it's time to go back to the root cause of the situation as Ruler finds a true shot barrage on some air, and BDD is just diving into a backline once again. Goes golden this time, Paranoia into the backline, and there is no Orianna to speak of for this fight. BDD still fighting this one out, and he is looking to be able to escape as well as Bao. Survives for a lot longer than I was expecting in a lot of these fights, however, still not going to survive for long enough. 3 dead on the side of
here for Gen.G, and the items are as explosive as they are here for BDD. He's got his belt. He bought his Zonias actually a long time ago. It's just really easy to clean up these targets, and unfortunately for DRX, it's just over and over and over again. You're getting caught. We've already eclipsed the moment more valuable. And look at BDD, he just comes in here with his cloud. He has his Zonias up. Nobody can touch him. Meanwhile,
yeah, in the meantime, BDD is just going to solo kill Kingen there on the top side of the map. Very nicely done.
3 if we go there. just keep that away.
Oh yeah.
And this didn't have to be a Varus first pick, let's not forget. It could have been Nocturne first pick, could have seen a completely different depth of the DRX.
All right, in the meantime, Rascal is going to be spell shielding quite beautifully. The shockwave here on the bottom side of True Shot Barrage says goodbye to SOLKA as Ruler is going to pick that one up. Says thank you very much. I thought delivery here in Korea was here against an Ezreal that builds Frozen Heart.
Yeah.
Like the most perfect option.
You can't auto-attack the Akali. The Paranoia makes it hard to hit anybody. You know, you've got a Volibear on top of you at all times. And besides that, they have no vision whatsoever. They have no idea if Baron is being taken out. They're going to have to force their way out here, but by the time they get to Baron, which will be killed on sight, on spawn, the kill on spawn order here for Gen.G. There's nothing.
And yeah, they get the bad news by the big old scream. DRX now just moving towards their bottom side jungle. BDD's here. There's the Paranoia. And wanting to put them out of their misery by the looks of things here is Rascal. Going down relatively low. Pyosik actually keeping himself alive, but the Varus not going to be so lucky. A 1-for-1 for now, but BDD's managed to pick up a second. Becca in trouble. The flash out of the way of the Shuriken backflip, and that could have definitely been the start of a potential pentakill, but there is the Arcane Shift over the wall. Ruler.
He doesn't flash for it, you know. He's going to show them a little bit of respect. He's just going to sit here and wait for the rest of his team and these Baron minions to hit the inhibitor. And that is going to be what looks like all she wrote for this second game.
Yeah, Gen.G going to bring us to a third. We are going the distance here. The rains are at pause. We were talking about the weather before. And it is certainly pouring.
Yeah, you asked me last time.
His range isn't necessarily fantastic.
Their siege is the siege minions and the 11,000 gold lead.
Kingen, as a bit of a whoopsie, is relatively tanky as the shockwave is going to come forward. That is the Varus dead though. They're underneath a few turrets here at the same time as the Paranoia was held onto for a beautiful amount of time. The ultimate was running, so unfortunately didn't do a lot of damage. But still, Rascal's just playing with his food at this stage, and the 2 Nexus turrets are all that stand between Gen.G and victory in game number 2, outside of, I guess, the Master Chef Tahm Kench, but I don't think he's going to be able to stop this. Nexus now going to be taking the damage, and Gen.G even things up. You could feel the anger. You could feel how much they felt they deserved to win game number 1, and that was the anomaly. This is the real deal. And when they were closing in on that base, it was